Shh! Everyone's in bed. I've been reading this book. It's called The Night Dragon. It's all about a dragon called Maud, who's struggling with a specific type of dragon problem. For one thing, she can't breathe fire like the other dragons. Let's have a look inside and find out how Mouse helps Maud to realise that although she's different in her own special way. The Night Dragon by Naomi Howarth. On top of a very high mountain, in a land far away, lived a dragon. Her name was Maud. Maud was one of 5 dragons, but she wasn't like the others at all. They were night dragons. Every evening when the sun was low in the sky, Delbert, Gar, Brimlad and Nelda would wake up from a long sleep. They would swoop into the air, breathing huge flames of fire, and fill the sky with great grey, sooty clouds. As these clouds covered the sun, darkness would fall and day would turn to night. But Maud didn't fly, breathe fire, or cast great grey, sooty clouds over the land. "Why don't you fly, Maud?" snarled Delbert. "She's a weedy wimp. Her wings are too weak," croaked Gar. "She's not tough enough to take on the sun," shouted Brimlad. "It's best if she doesn't bother the pretty little thing," cackled Nelda. "It must be true," thought Maud. "I'll never be a night dragon." Maud's only friend was Mouse. "I wish I could fly and breathe fire and fill the sky with great grey, sooty clouds," Maud would say. "But you could, Maud," Mouse always squeaked. "Don't listen to the others. If you tried, you'd see that you can do those things just fine. You don't need to be a big, scary brute to be a night dragon. You just need to be yourself." But Maud didn't quite believe him. One afternoon, on the day of Brimlad's 557th birthday, he decided to throw a party. All the dragons were invited, except for Maud. Maud watched as they ate, drank and fought, until one by one each dragon fell into a deep, unshakable sleep. As the day drew on, the dragons still didn't wake up. Maud looked out over the land, but something was very different. The sky was completely empty. There were no clouds, and nightfall was nowhere to be seen. Maud didn't know what to do. "Maud," said Mouse, "you have to try and fly, otherwise the sky will stay light all night." "I can't," whispered Maud. I'm afraid to." "I know you can do it, Maud," insisted Mouse. "I will come with you and we can fly together." With Mouse's words in her ear, Maud felt a little braver. There was only one thing for it. Maud stepped off the edge of the mountain and began tumbling through the air. "Use your wings, Maud," squeaked Mouse. Maud beat her wings as hard as she could, and suddenly the ground grew smaller. She wasn't tumbling anymore. She was soaring. The sun was still shining brightly over the land as Maud took a deep breath and blew out huge plumes of fire and great clouds of smoke. But these clouds weren't grey. They were every colour of the rainbow. Together, Maud and Mouse sailed over mountains and fields. They glided above winding rivers. They soared over cities until the whole sky was filled with brilliant hues. When Maud and Mouse stopped to rest, they watched as the sun sank behind clouds of colour and night began to fall. "Thank you for believing in me, Mouse," said Maud. "Thank you for the adventure," he squeaked. "I rather like being a flying mouse. And look how beautiful you have made everything, just by being yourself." From that day on, Maud and Mouse have journeyed far and wide, filling the skies with colour and helping the sun to set. And though the other dragons still try to cover everything in great grey sooty clouds, Maud and Mouse keep flying. So next time you see a colourful sunset, you'll know that Maud and Mouse aren't far away. The end. Shh. Good night.